Good afternoon, guys, and happy Monday to all of your sunshiny faces. I was telling you guys in yesterday's vlog, I felt really inspired and really wanting to get things done and stuff like that for today. I was actually really proud with the progress I got done for today, although it's not what was on my planner, so it wasn't like everything I wanted to get done. One of the big things though was, if you guys can see behind me, there is so much less clutter back here. I have got literally just my like necessities sort of sitting out. I also put my nativity set away over there. I organized up here and also put away my Christmas tree that it's May and it was still in my room, yes. So I got that put away. My room feels so much bigger, and on top of that too, there was a whole bunch of stuff on top of my printer over here as well. That was just stuff that, like, I had a couple things that needed to go up in the attic. I had a couple things that need to go in my closet. Like, I left my gloves sitting there since pretty much winter. And the last time I went out to the grocery store, which was like in March, because it was still cold out, so I had gloves that were still sitting there from, like I said, literally the start of quarantine, and never put them away in my closet, you know, with the like winter hats and stuff like that. So like that stuff was sitting out, so I was actually very happy that I got that done. And I told you guys too, I kind of pretty much decluttered most of my desk a few days ago. I don't remember, maybe last week or earlier in the week or something like that. So I was really happy with actually getting my desk all taken care of as well. And so yeah, my room just feels so much more spacious and clean, and like I said, less cluttery back here. I've got nothing on this other than my blanket I was just using in the living room and threw over on my chair. But I have no like clothing on this chair, nothing on my desk chair either. All that's put away, so my room just feels like very much more clean and organized. I've got a ton of dog toys though. I don't know if you guys can see the dog toys all over the floor. I think I was telling you guys, they're like little children. I pick up their toys, I put them in the living room in their basket. They get all excited at night and bring like 10 toys. They're like, you know, the little kids, can we bring toys with to bed? Sure, but you can only pick one. So they're like both carrying one in, and that happens like, you know, 3 or 4 times during the week, and slowly it's like 10 toys that are in my room all over again. You know, so yeah, not to mention too, I think there's maybe a couple that are still on my bed somewhere. There's one toy that's down at the end of the bed right there. And there's a dog that's on my bed too. But that was one of the big things, was that I wanted to get my desk, or not my desk, but just my room, some of the cluttery things that, like I said, just needed to be put away. So actually one of the boxes that we gave my mom for Mother's Day, we put one of her gifts inside of, and gave it to her for Mother's Day. I ended up using that box to put the nativity set in, because that was the biggest thing. I was like, I need to wrap up my nativity set and put it in a box, and I couldn't find the one that I had from Christmas last year. And so I was like, this is either gonna sit out until next Christmas, or I'm going to find a nice small little box that I can put it in. And it was the perfect size that it fit all the pieces, so I was able to put that back up in the attic. So that was really what I was waiting on to put away. So like I said, I got my room picked up and organized and everything like that, which was really awesome. Like I said, just clutter. It wasn't like it was a total mess, but there was just like extra things that most of the stuff had a place, but they just, again, needed to go in that place. Either the attic, like I said, Christmas decorations. I had some yarn that I was using for what was it called, for my loom knitting, and I had it sitting down here since like maybe last fall or something like that, and I had 2 like big things of yarn, and I needed to put that away in my craft box that's also in the attic. And I was like, I just need to like get some of this stuff put away. I had a couple books that were sitting out. I got some of them put on my shelf, the other couple that went up in the attic. Like I said, got stuff in my room taken care of, which was awesome. So this morning though, actually after I ended up having my breakfast like mid-afternoon or so, actually I think it was maybe around, because I woke up actually early this morning, but I think, again, finished my breakfast and stuff like that, and I believe by about 11 or so, I was helping my dad in the kitchen tear up some of the old tile that was I think I was telling you guys, we're replacing all the stuff in the kitchen and all that kind of goodness. And so the old tile needs to come up. So my dad has been doing that, and I was like, well, since you're priming, since he was actually priming and painting the walls, I was like, I can work on pulling up some of the tile. So I just got like one of those, like, I don't know, it's a paint scraper thing or something like that, and a hammer, and was going at it. I was actually able to get up 5 tiles, which was nice. I mean, they're like, you know, 1 square foot tiles, but one of them actually was one of the new ones that we had replaced that had something underneath it, and was actually causing it to like kind of like bulge up a little bit, so we actually had to replace one of those, and then also to the old tiles I was able to get 4 of those up. So that was really nice, but my back was starting to hurt a little bit, so I was like, I'm gonna take a break. And then I came in my room and cleaned up. So pulling up the tile was not on my list, but it probably took me maybe about an hour or so. They're stubborn tiles. They're not easy. They're like the plastic, you know, stick down like linoleum tile. So we had to, again, scrape all of the stuff up and everything. So they were not super short or fast or easy to do or anything like that. But like I said, I was able to get at least to 5 of those, sort of, and yeah, they're a pain in the butt to pull up. My dad said that the best he's been able to do so far was he's able to get 1 tile up in about, I think, 2 or 3 minutes or something like that, which is pretty good timing. Again, mine over 5 took me, maybe it wasn't an hour, maybe it was about a half an hour or something like that, but yeah, I got some of that done, and like I said, came in here, cleaned up my room, which was on my list of planner stuff to do, but tile wasn't, so that's why, again, kind of took me off track a little bit. I went upstairs and helped Jack clean underneath his bed and reorganized underneath his bed, which again was not on my planner full of my list of things to do, but he's been missing. He has a little case that has all of his Switch games in it, and he has not been able to find it, I think, almost since quarantine started, and we were like positive it was in the living room, but nobody's seen it recently. And so he's like, well, then it has to be in my room. He's like, maybe it's under my bed. So we pulled everything out, and I was like, underneath your bed, he just throws stuff underneath his bed. Nothing's organized, nothing's clean, it's just stuff everywhere underneath his bed, like loose stuff. Nothing hardly was even in boxes, you know, like there's a lot of stuff underneath my bed, but it's all organized in little like totes and stuff like that. There were some boxes, some boxes had random stuff, other boxes had like, I don't even know, in some that were just empty boxes, and a lot of it was just loose stuff underneath his bed. So we got all of that cleaned out, all organized, everything and stuff, which is awesome. So did that, but again, another thing that wasn't on my planner full of lists to do today. The one other thing I wanted to get to was planting the potatoes and onions. I planted some of the potatoes. I didn't get to planting the onions. I'll probably plant the onions and the red potatoes tomorrow, because I didn't do red potatoes. Also, I watered everything out in the greenhouse yesterday, but when we were out there, I did check the plants earlier today too. Don't remember actually what I needed to go in there for. I was putting a pot, I think, out in the greenhouse, and I just checked on everything to see how it was, and everything in there in the greenhouse is doing fine. So that's always my planner, to just normally like check those greenhouse plants like once a day or so. The one thing I didn't get to today that I wanted to was I didn't really do any dishes or laundry, and I didn't edit or upload today, because normally I upload in the morning, and again, literally probably about an hour or so after I finished eating was when I went to go and help my dad with the tile in the living room, or in the kitchen. And so I completely, like I said, kind of spaced out on most of the things I do in the morning. I actually forgot to make dinner for tonight, because I normally throw that in the crock pot in the morning. So we ended up actually having pizza that Jack made for dinner tonight, which was pretty cool. He learned how to use the stove and turn it on and turn it off and take the pizzas in and out of the oven. So I didn't even have to really get up to like check on any of the stuff. He made the pizzas himself, and they were stinking good pizzas. We got, I don't know the brand, but it's so awesome. I love it. The like crust is so flaky. I forget what it's called though. I want to say it's like palm olive. It's something with a P, but I cannot remember. Palm olive is a dish soap brand, I believe. So yeah. don't think it's that. Anyways though, so yeah, I was completely, my morning schedule was thrown off because I was like, hey, why not? I'll just come and like help do the tile, because my dad was like, oh, well, do you want to prime the walls? And I was like, I'm wearing a nice sweater, and like my dad was priming them and we're painting them in white, so whatever he was doing was like white paint, and I was like, I'm also wearing like all black pretty much today, and I was like, I don't want to get white on my black, like, you know, my leggings are black too. I was like, I don't want to get like it all over. I was like, how about if I just pull up some of the tile? So I was kneeling on one of those little like garden kneelers, you know, and pulling up the tile. So that was a little bit better than painting or priming or anything like that today. But yeah, I like I said, I got to a lot of stuff today, which is really awesome, but it was, a lot of it wasn't stuff that was on my planner or my list or things like that that I wanted to do. So I'm gonna get to the bathroom cleaning tomorrow, and then hopefully be able to upload and edit tomorrow, because again, I didn't get to any today. But I felt really like good, I felt inspired, I got a lot of stuff done and everything like that. By the end of the day, I was just like, I'm exhausted. I got, like I said, potatoes planted. I've gotten to so much, and it wasn't even half the stuff that I wanted to get done. And then all of a sudden I looked at the clock and I was like, it's 10 o'clock already. Me and Jack were sitting in the living room and I was like, oh, like, where'd my dad go? I was like, did he go to bed already? I was like thinking it was like 8 o'clock, and all of a sudden I looked and I was like, it's 10 o'clock already? Like, I don't even know where half my day went. So, like, I don't, like I said, I was like, the last thing I remember really doing was like, I was upstairs helping Jack organize his bed. I thought that was around maybe 3 or 4 o'clock or something like that. And then again, like, I came downstairs and we were eating dinner, and then we watched a little bit of Netflix, and then all of a sudden I was like, it's 10 o'clock and I apparently need to go to bed. Me and Jack were actually like conversing about some stuff for a little while, but other than that, I was like, I feel like I lost almost all of my day today. Even though, again, got a lot of stuff done, but I went to go plant the potatoes outside, I cut them up, and then all of a sudden I was like, it's dark outside. I was like, I completely like forgot we have to go outside and it's pitch black. So we're actually outside with flashlights, which was good too, because I did want to check to make sure we didn't have any caterpillars that were eating up the spinach or anything, because I noticed a couple little spots on there that looked like something maybe was getting to them, so I wanted to double check them to make sure. And normally it's pretty good timing to go check them when it's dark outside. So I did, and I didn't see any, which I guess was a good thing, but also good to go out there and check at nighttime. So out there in the dark with Jack's flashlight trying to plant the potatoes, because it was dark out, and like I said, I lost track of time for today. So anyways, like I said, I'm happy I have a somewhat freshly cleaned room to an extent, a little bit more organized and not so chaotic, because it's kind of been in this state since Christmas. I told you guys a lot of the stuff that I got for Christmas I've just kind of like left, and like I had a bunch of books and like stuff that I got for Christmas sitting on the things behind me, and so now that all of that is put away, it's awesome. I'm happy for what I was able to get done, but again, I'm now like, oh, I'm falling behind because I didn't get, like, you know, editing or uploading, or I didn't do any dishes or laundry, which we only dirtied paper plates, which we threw away, and you know, pizza trays, so there wasn't a lot that was like dirtied from dinner. But I didn't get to any laundry either. Like I said, a couple of other things that are normally my daily to-dos that I didn't get to because I was so focused on doing some other projects and stuff like that, which isn't always a bad thing. But again, sometimes too, you got to be like, okay, now I need to spend twice as much time now tomorrow focusing on getting those things done that I didn't get to today. So they'll probably waste up most of my time tomorrow is getting to those other things. But if you guys did enjoy today's vlog, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.